my mom has a passion for kids and animals, so she decided to put that together in 2009.
Animal Assisted Happiness is a place for children with special needs to interact with animals and find happiness. We founded it in the spring of 2009. We had a whole bunch of animals here in our backyard, and we discovered that we could do more with them if we shared them with children with special needs.
So my mom's always loved animals and children, and we have this miniature horse that my sister got for like her birthday when she was 10 or something, named Lollipop. And there was a girl that used to ride at the same ranch that I used to ride at. Her name was Riley, and I'm not sure if I was allowed to say that, but she had a brain tumor, and she rode horses and she loved horses, but obviously because she had a brain tumor she couldn't go out and see hers, and she really wanted to see a horse before she lost her battle. So we had Lollipop go to her house, and she actually walked across this saran wrap on her carpet because they didn't want to get the floor dirty, and she just walked right across it and put her head in Riley's lap for an hour. And so that was, I think, the biggest inspiration for my mom. So Lollipop is what kind of started Animal Assisted Happiness and got that running. And then we also realized that there's so much need in our area there's so many kids with special needs in our area, and animals can really, really affect them.
Well, because I have autism at the time, I struggled a bit more with my disabilities. And the thing is, how do I put this into words? I had trouble talking to people. I was a very awkward kid, and I just didn't really understand social situations. So with animals, it's like a very simplified version of that, and they don't judge you. So it's like a good way to interact in a way that you don't have to worry about what they think of you. You just have to get to know them.
It's pretty amazing. Animals, I think, one of the things my mom says is that when the kids come down to the farm, animals provide a space where the kids aren't judged, because animals don't judge the kids, so they can move at their own pace, and develop relationships with animals that they can't necessarily develop with people, or they're not capable of developing with people. So they get a lot of happiness from that. I've seen a lot of confidence, I think, develop in a lot of kids. One of my favorite things about Animal Assisted Happiness in general is watching breakthroughs. Mm-hmm. So we start with kids. There are some kids that are afraid to pet the animals or touch them or anything like that. And then eventually the more we come, or the more they come to the farm, they start petting them and having more fun with them. So moving at their own pace really builds their confidence. And it's really cool to see that develop with our visitors.
It opened me up to a lot of opportunities and made me more confident in making kind of social decisions or making commitments.
One of the easiest ways to make yourself happy is making other people happy. And so Animal Assisted Happiness has allowed me to be really happy for the past 6 years, because that's a huge part of what I've been doing.
One of the things that we're saying about Animal Assisted Happiness is that we're not calling this therapy. We're just calling it an hour with animals to find happiness. Because most of the kids that we deal with have so much therapy already in their life, and they just need a break. And so the hour with the animals, I would never want to call therapy. I wouldn't want a kid to think they're coming for therapy. I just want them to think they're coming to the farm to have a good time.
It's a break. It's a gift kind of thing. It's like kids would go to the playground or the zoo or something, except this is for the kids with special needs. So they go there to take a break from the world, and they aren't expected to do anything there. With other therapies like occupational therapy, they're great for the kids, they need it, but it has to, they're need to be doing something. You don't need to do anything, you just spend time with the animals and enjoy it.
I think one of the biggest things is a mindset thing. A lot of people tend to underestimate people that have autism or developmental disabilities. And at first, before we started I might have too. But once you kind of put the time in and see what they're capable of, it's pretty amazing. So once you stop underestimating and start, looking at what they can do rather than what they can't, is when, your eyes open to that and you can really help people.
Oz's mission is not to it's not to kind of solve all their problems. It's not okay, we're going to make you, we're going to potty train you, or we're going to teach you how to read. You're just there to get away from the tough life that, like, people with disabilities live a very challenging life. They need to get through a lot each day. And it's just kind of an escape from that. And that's the really important thing that Animals Assisted Happiness gives.
Who knew that an idea at our dining room table 6 years ago, or 6.5 years ago, could turn into something that has now served kids for more than 6 years. We count smiles, so our vision is 1 million smiles, and we have so far created 15,890 as of March 1st. So we have a long way to go, but that's 15,890 more smiles than there were 6 years ago.